we're delighted to be here with Pat Barrett and Matty Jobs, two well-respected, renowned boxing coaches, professional coaches, working together on this show, December the 17th at the Newcastle Racecourse. I'll start with you, Pat, as the promoter and trainer of this show, and working with Matty. You've already done a show up here in Newcastle. Just explain to me about how excited you are about coming up to Newcastle, working with the lads, and putting on more shows and working with some of the great talent from this city.
Oh yeah, I mean, it feels great to be back here in Newcastle again, to working with Matty Jobs' gym. It's like it's a brand new creation, this, because there's going to be a lot of people and what are going to be looking at us, and with Jobs' gym being one of the first professional gyms in Newcastle, and to be staging these professional boxing shows in Newcastle as well, where there's not many of them going on. So for me and Matty to be doing it together now, it's a big new thing for me.
Matty, I've sort of heard a few things. Newcastle boxing needed. Obviously, there's other promoters up here, and we've already worked with Steve Rafe, and I'm sure we will in the future. There's Fighting Chance. There's lots of people doing it, but you said at the time there's probably not as many doing it or as enough doing it, because these boxers are still not getting fights. So, working with Black Flash Promotions and getting your gym and your boxers to get them fights. Just explain to me about the landscape and obviously how this will help coming together.
Well, over the last 12 to 18 months in Newcastle alone, there's been a big influx professional boxers coming through, being granted licences and things like that. And apart from Stevie and Lewis Pendleton putting the shows on, there isn't that many promoters actually coming into Newcastle. Stevie puts an odd show on, and so does Lewis. But realistically, they put it on on what we would call on the other side of the water, where they'll go like the Gateshead or the Dunstan at the Lancastrian Suite. There's never been shows put on actually in Newcastle City Centre until the St James's Park one in September, which Pat had put on with Stevie. So realistically, that's going to help the influx home talent coming through. But at the same time, we're bringing Pat in, who's renowned in the world of boxing, into Newcastle to put these shows on. Obviously, he's going to bring his own brand of fighters in as well, so the people in Newcastle can actually see the quality of boxers that's in both gyms at the same time. And hopefully, like Pat was saying, in the future we can take our boxers away to Manchester, Liverpool and places like that, and give these people also a look at what Newcastle gyms can produce. And hopefully it'll bode well for the promotion side of things, when Pat's putting shows on up here and down there, that we can get support travelling up the country and support travelling down the country as well to support these fighters, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, getting people in these arenas and us to put the shows on for them that they deserve, and getting these careers up and running. But it's to get Pat in Newcastle, for me personally, is a massive coup for this area, absolutely massive. Pat was a great fighter himself, and watching his coaching ways at the minute, I think he's going to turn out to be a great coach as well. Some of these fighters are absolutely fantastic, and it's a privilege to have him up here and showing an interest, which he has done, not just in the fighters but in my gym alone. A little bit of words of guidance to myself as well, because I'm new coach myself, and I think it's going to be a good partnership between we to put on proper shows up here. It's going to benefit everybody, not just in this area, but I think it's going to benefit people like in the Manchester and Liverpool areas as well, just to see the quality of fighters that we can produce.
You've got a long relationship with the club, with Matty and Keith. 20 odd years. Keith was saying, he's been coming up to Colliers. Zelfa Barrett, Lyndon Arthur, Sean Ben Mulligan, three lads who you coach from the gym, Black Flash Fighters, they're going to be on this Newcastle bill as well. So again, a great little mix, getting them up here, getting them some experience away from home, and obviously getting the Newcastle fans to get to see some other fighters from different areas. That's a great thing as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just being one dimensional really. We're mixing it up, and to be fighting in bringing Zelfa up, Lyndon, Sean Ben to Newcastle. We also want to be taking Newcastle fighters down the road and putting them on Black Flash shows as well. So we want to be versatile, and like Matty was saying, coming together and me working with Matty and Matty's fighters, and it's not just that. It's exciting. It's expanding. It's brilliant. It's like a shared genius here. I can't explain it because mainly I'm talking from a trainer's point of view. So mixing it up with boxing, different sparring. So different styles, different techniques, giving people something different to look at. It's like putting something in a pot and mixing it all up and then seeing what it's like. You just got sheer greatness. It's just brilliant.
It's a great venue as well, isn't it? The Newcastle Racecourse. Having it held here on such a prestigious place. That's important as well. It's the first show we did together with Steve Rafe. That was at Newcastle United's ground. Couldn't get much better than that. But if there is a close second in the area, this is it.
Yeah, definitely. The racecourse is a massive part of Newcastle. I've been coming here for years myself. I like the old flut on the horses. My family were horse people. My mum and dad, my granddad was a trainer as well. So I've got quite a bond with racecourse. But also a good friend of mine works here, Mal, who put us in touch with Emily, who's been there sorting all the events out with us. And they've been absolutely fantastic. And it's a great venue. It's an absolutely beautiful place when you come in. Chandeliers and things like that. It's somewhere that you want to box. As a fighter, it would be a dream for me to come in here. If I boxed here, I would have loved it. So it's really, really good. Great atmosphere it brings as well.
December 17th. All looking forward to a great show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thanks guys.
Cheers, Chris.
Good in, lads.